Hello and welcome back to RimWorld. Last time we managed to take down what is, quite frankly, the terrible antediluvian chamber that was right over here. It is now completely under our control. Of course, everyone who happened to be inside may or may not have been released from their nice cryosleep caskets. I mean, on the plus side, it does have to be noted, there was not a single insect in there, which is usually a thing that exists, which is rather nice. We've got a few people who we've... I don't know, should we call them kidnapped? I don't know, I'd say we saved them from the antediluvian chamber. We've got Mr. Longnose here, who is a pretty useful person, I think. Oh no, he's like the okay guy. And I'm pretty sure it's Miso, who is crazy good. Yeah, he's super social, it's ridiculous. So these two should become part of our colony. I mean, cross your fingers at some point that occurring. It's really... I mean, we'll do our best. We'll do our best to bring them in. Hopefully they will actually want to be part of our colony, or else, you know, there's that slight little problem there. Looks like we've actually got a considerable quantity of cloth, which is quite nice, and we're going to put some floors in for these guys because, you know what? Nobody in this colony is going without a carpet floor. I find it is, at this point, a human right for every colonist to have a carpet floor. I mean, it's not really the most important thing to turn into like a universal human right, but I mean, it has to be noted that that is officially a thing in the colony, so anyone who is considered a human also has a carpet floor, which is not necessarily the conclusion that you'd think we'd make out of that, but it's close enough. You know, I don't mind if maybe a few people, potentially people like, I don't know, right now, Miso is considered to not be human because he doesn't have a carpet floor, but you gotta go with it. Anyway, we are running out of food, just by the way. Just, I don't know if you noticed, but we have a very small quantity of food right now, and by that I mean almost no food. We have some hay and we have a bit of chocolate, which last I checked is not a way to sustain a colony long term. So given that there's like, it appears half a dozen turkeys just wandering around. I didn't even realize there were this many turkeys in the region. We're gonna kill and eat basically every single turkey we see. If the entire turkey race goes extinct because of our actions, I regret nothing because it has to be done. We have to eat something, and the turkeys are quite edible. So are the turtles, which are just deliciously edible little creatures. What do we have here? A group from Tithida. Or Tithlididibidibba, whatever it is. Hey guys, how you doing? Dude's got a nice cowboy hat there. I appreciate your cowboy hat, sir. It's very nice. Actually, I can't tell who's actually wearing that. That's like impossible to tell. Anyway, I don't know if they'll come into the colony. Doesn't look like they're actually coming in. That's good. I'd prefer that they stay outside because I don't really like them. Just saying, small thing. They are, of course... people from outside the colony, potentially dangerous to anyone inside the colony, and it's for the best that we, you know, keep them far away, preferably outside the walls, with 1, 2, maybe 3 guns pointed at them at any time. It's just for the best that we protect ourselves, let's put it that way. Cherie has been, for the last ever, making stone blocks, which I think she can stop doing at this point. Because, Cherie, I appreciate your tenacity, but there are other jobs that need to be done. And quite frankly, we have like 700 stone blocks, which is gonna last us quite a while. Especially given that we don't really have to build all that many things right now. For now, we mostly need to start working on getting ourselves like things like plasteel, steel. We need to get that stuff into the colony. And whatever else is particularly useful. I think right now, if we deconstruct this and we start tunneling into this wall area, we can pick up some of this steel without actually having to leave the colony, which I feel like, just saying, is a good idea. Because the less people have to go out here and potentially get attacked by bears and rabbits, well, although rabbits aren't actually all that dangerous. I mean, there have been reported attacks of rabbits, wild boar, and potentially even maybe... I mean, this is a crazy idea, but maybe pirates. The better off we are. Is it like the full of summer right now? It definitely is. You know, we're not getting very good crop yields, are we? I mean, I guess our crops aren't... nobody's harvesting crops right now. Hey, there are crops to be harvested. Who's not harvesting crops right now? Fedocia. What is Fedocia doing? Fedocia, what is your current job? Taming a muffalo? Nobody cares about taming a muffalo. You better get to actually doing some growing, mate. Let's get her on that. We're going to get her on 3. Yeah, that should be fine. Fedocia, do not tame said muffalo. Prioritize harvesting the area because we need as much of that food out as we can possibly get. I don't know if you've noticed, but the entire colony is going hungry because you are trying to tame a muffalo instead of getting food, Fedocia. Well, okay. So it appears a part of the reason that we didn't have a ton of crops was that people aren't actually harvesting the crops right now, which is a tiny problem because I think the main growers are Bradley and Gabe at this point, and they're kind of, I don't know if you've noticed, maybe incapacitated at the current moment, which is a small problem. I mean, Bradley's fine. He just got over a psychotic daze. Gabe currently has moderate malnutrition, which is actually a pretty serious problem, and was shot multiple times with a charge lance, which is probably a much more pressing matter for him than his minor malnutrition, but you know, it's still a thing. What? We got pirates. The raccoon men are coming with sappers. Everyone to the defensive line. Come on, let's go. They're going to try to come through the walls. It's going to be the worst. Where are they coming through? Okay. We're going to have Magar set herself up there. She's going to just unload her machine gun on anyone who comes through that wall there because it's probably going to happen, let's face it. Cherie, where is your weapon? Cherie doesn't have a single weapon. Okay. Here we go. Looks like we've got a dude with a sniper rifle, dude with a knife, dude with Molotovs. Has Cherie got her weapon? Yes, she does. Okay. Let's move up. We're going to go to this next little line here. Looks like Magar's actually in combat right now. Magar, take cover. Run! They've got Molotovs. That's very dangerous. Okay, we're going to push in. Aiden and Bradley are going to lead the charge against them. Cherie's going to come up behind with Fedocia. Just, doing her thing. Magar's just going to wait for someone to come around there. Or perhaps Magar move around to the south and open fire along that line. We're going to have Aiden close in on that sniper. And Cherie moving up. Fedocia, good luck. She's probably going to get, absolutely #wrecked, let's face it. Uh-oh, Magar. Sniper's coming in. Cherie's going to move in to try to take down the opponent, with Aiden supporting her and Fedocia coming in because we got a knife person there, which is kind of a small problem. Our colony is currently on fire, which is also kind of a small problem. I don't know if that's a particularly pressing issue or what, but it does need to be taken into account. Fedocia, take him down. Do it, Fedocia. You got this under control. I'm sure Fedocia will be fine. Don't worry about it. She's just going to get knifed up a bit before she manages to actually kill anything. Fedocia is actually down, which is kind of a small problem. We're going to have our people move in round behind to try to flank the opponent. Here we go. They're fleeing at this point. Take him down. Kill all of them. Guys, please do not shoot Cherie. That would be ideal. Bradley's going to go in for a melee attack against Mitch. Aiden's actually going to go rescue Fedocia. And it appears as though we've done a good job. Everyone's down for the most part. Aiden, what are you doing? Aiden, go rescue Fedocia. That was your job, Aiden. Your only job. And we should probably put out that fire, too. Just saying, there's a small, massive fire just burning through the colony. I mean, it's fine because all of our walls are stone. I mean, there are some wooden doors, which is kind of problematic. Magar, do not go to sleep! Oh, she'll never do firefighting. Bradley, you need to come and do some firefighting. This is ridiculous. Okay, everything's on fire. Our wall has been breached just a little bit. We're going to put some, I don't know, limestone in there. That'll be fine. And it looks like at this point we've actually put out the fire. We did suffer the loss of a single horseshoe, which is absolutely terrible. I mean, that is beyond understanding. I cannot believe that they have done that to us. No, that was actually a pretty darn good defense. Fedocia got stabbed up a bit, which is kind of concerning. Oh, she also got shot numerous times with a charge rifle. I hate to be that guy, but I will note that the opponents did not have a charge rifle. And you know who did have a charge rifle? A few of our dudes. So, small problem there. Bradley, can you possibly, I don't know, treat Fedocia, if at all possible? Because she is, like, dying right now and kind of needs some assistance there. Cherie, what are you doing? Resting? Dude, we need someone to get out into these fields and actually do some field work. Because we kind of need food. Aiden, how you doing? She's just hauling stuff. Aiden, can you do growing at all? Yes, she can. Okay. She's going to get on to growing ASAP. Hauling stuff, do not haul stuff. There's stuff to be harvested, Aiden. Ignore the hauling. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Magar's going to eat some potatoes, and everyone's going to try to, you know, bring up this crop as much as possible. And hopefully we'll be okay. Oh, Bradley is now having a mental break because Blotto died, apparently. I guess the whole vicious fight up here had more or less no effect on him. But the death of his dog was a significant issue. Has anyone considered that maybe we have a bit too many animals? I mean, we are running out of food. And it's just got to be said, I think these animals are eating quite a bit of food. In saying that, totally going to butcher a couple of these pigs. Because we need a good amount of stuff to shove in people's mouths. And right now we have basically nothing to shove in people's mouths. Ugh. This is quite a thing. So 3 of our people are down. Cherie, for really, I mean, I don't know if she got that bad. She was shot twice with an assault rifle, which is also a weapon that I will note the opponents didn't actually have, which is once again highly suspect. Like, highly suspect. But, I mean, we'll get over it. Magar, can you possibly treat Cherie for a moment, and then can you do growing as well? She does have growing as a job, so that's going to have to be a thing that she prioritizes. Actually, basically number 1, right after being a warden, just to make sure that everyone doesn't, you know, die of severe malnutrition because they were left with no one to actually deal with them. Because despite having 6 people, we have currently only 1 operational human being. This is a very, very bad situation. Cherie, do not melt steel slag. You're supposed to be growing things. Why would you prioritize growing things? Gabe has died from malnutrition. Our glorious leader is dead. Why did people let him die from malnutrition? Oh, my word. Okay, glorious leader, officially donezo. This colony is falling apart around us. It has to be said. It's a very, very bad situation. We're going to build a little sarcophagus to our grand leader. Where are we going to even build that? I guess we can build it off of here. Have like a sarcophagus area. But at the same time, this is definitely, although I'm totally building this, and it seems like this is some sort of priority, this is not at all a priority. Definitely getting the food and potentially, you know, having everybody no longer being dead. That's also a massive priority. Is anyone else suffering from malnutrition? No? Good. That is how it should be. That is how it should be. Ideally, if Bradley, you can stop feeling particularly sad, that would be nice. Just saying, small thing. How does he actually feel overall? Yeah, he's feeling very, very, very bad. Like, he looks absolutely just worst situation. I mean, he's at least got a good quantity of catharsis. And, ooh, apparently Squirrel was his rival, and he likes him having died. That's... Bradley, please do not, do not be happy about the death of our fellow colonists. I understand that you may not have liked Squirrel particularly much, but he was a major part of our colony, basically a mascot for everyone, given that, you know, he was just Squirrel. He's currently buried, I think, right here. Yes, that is Squirrel's grave. It's not right to be so happy about that, Bradley. Although if it does help you stop being a complete and total useless wreck for the colony, that'd be quite appreciated. Okay. So it's really, at this point, just a large amount of, what would you call it? Damage control, because this is not a good situation. What is this? Agave fruit? Oh. I will take a large quantity of agave fruit. I appreciate that. Guys, why are you doing the cotton? Of all the things you could be harvesting right now, you have to do the cotton. Ugh. I mean, I'll let them do it. I'm not gonna judge them too much. I mean, I guess they have a good reason for it. I guess, I don't know, they want more plush clothing or something like that. It's not actually a good reason to harvest cotton instead of actual food, but you know, we'll go with it. What's the food stuff that we do have? Looks like it's very little and mostly the agave. Okay. How are we going to make this better? I have no clue at all, actually. It kind of just seems like at this point we're at one of those, like, tantrum areas where everyone's really unhappy, but we can't necessarily fix it all that much because their unhappiness is just like everybody died a few moments ago. We just have to let it kind of blow over, have everyone consider their existence for a little while, like face the terrible existential dread of realizing that nobody, that the universe doesn't actually care about them, and then also potentially get over the death of their glorious leader, which does mean, actually, somebody needs to become the new leader of this colony, because Gabe is dead, and although for now they're basically pretending that he's still alive, just in a coma state? I don't know. I mean, he's still sitting in his hospital bed as though nothing happened, so it's kind of concerning. We need to choose a new colony leader. And quite frankly, I think it's clear who the colony leader is. There is one person who has actually survived the great onslaughts, who understands this colony like no one else, who has been here since the beginning and managed to not get shot to pieces. Has been shot, I will say, has been shot numerous times, but has managed to not die from being shot to pieces. That's a big one. It is Cherie. Despite being a filthy, disgusting peasant, Cherie is probably the most qualified person for being the leader of this colony, which is kind of unfortunate because that says a lot about the current state of our colony. But, welcome to our glorious, I don't know, what would... Democratic leader? I mean, nobody voted for her, so she can't be a Democratic leader, but she's like one of those populist figureheads who everyone really likes because she grew up as a disgusting and filthy peasant originally, but eventually she grew to be the great and glorious leader of the colony. Bradley, do not do construction things. Do not do construction things. You are to grow first and foremost. Plant cut secondly, Bradley. We do not actually need you to build that crypt yet, although I appreciate the effort. Bradley, when you say that you're going to tend to a pig, what does that mean? Are you going to kill... Oh, okay, he's gonna heal. I thought by tend to the pig, that meant that he was going to butcher the pig, which I would have found to be a really weird euphemism for killing a pig. I would figure that they'd just say it, but I mean, if tending a pig is officially butchering, there you go, I guess. By the way, do these guys have no clothes on? Has nobody even given these guys clothes? It kind of seems like, I don't know, we have some clothes in here. Can we not have naked prisoners just chilling out in cells? I feel like that's, one, rather disconcerting for the jailers, and two, I mean, that's not going to help them actually join our colony, is it? I don't think that's a thing. Anyway, for now, that will bring us to the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. We've just had a pig die of malnutrition. We're totally going to butcher that up like nobody's business. Anyway, next time we will again, try to do damage control on the terrible things that have been happening in the colony so far. It just so happens that life has not been the best for everyone here, and we need to work out that whole situation. But anyway, until then, thanks for watching, and of course, as always, enjoy the rest of your day.